Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of King's Raid patch notes and analysis. The patch hit on September 24th, but I've been out of country, so this is a little bit delayed. Nevertheless, I wanted to make one since it was a pretty big update to the game. So let's just get into it. We are already here at the Temple of the God King, but let's check first what we got, and then I can talk about everything else. So we got, of course, the soul weapon update, which will be um, quite a big topic to talk about, so we're gonna leave that last. We got some new costumes: Celica, Shamila, Cassandra, Laudia, Zafir, Jane. They are quite nice. If you like them, you can go for them. Then there is the new content, of course, which we can talk about a lot, a lot, and a lot, and a lot. And they describe the new soul weapons for everyone, the trials, the Eclipse. Um, they have some new birthdays for us, new missions, new special events. Yeah, magic powder and rune is the other one. They did some crafting duration adjustments, added the cars to the end, changed repositorium, also fixed the bug where Visca could one-shot the goblin in there, and they changed some other stuff, voices, app icon, nothing that interesting. And they added some new stuff to the shop. Most important of this, I guess, is this one, the all-in-one special summon. This costs 5,000 rubies and can involve um, soul stones for soul weapons, as well as artifacts, unique weapons, unique treasures, and as far as I'm aware, they can contain these for um, NPC heroes, and also the weapons and stuff you get is sometimes already starred up, so you might get like a 1 or 2 star unique weapon, which can be quite nice. But of course, the main star of the show are the soul weapons, which are pretty rare even from this. I heard that some guy, for instance, dropped 4,000 US dollars trying to get a castle um, unique weapon and he didn't get it. So yeah, classic Vespa. But whatever, let's get to the new content. So here we are, um, Temple of the God King. Once you clear to 616, I believe, or something around there, you will get some options to do some cutscenes, which will involve Zafir and Laudia, and later on Miru and Lakrak a bit. And as you clear them, you will meet Cain, the new NPC hero, who will explain to you or give you some story modes and explain what this soul weapon thing is, and just open up the new modes. So let's get to it. Let's see what these are. If you enter the King's Sanctum, you will get this screen. The first is to unleash soul weapon. Now you will need a soul or a unique weapon soul to do this. You will get one for Cain during this story mission, so you can try it. Other than that, you will need to do this. And the fun thing is that you get to see what you can do with the soul weapons, or what skills you will get, how it changes. Basically, unleashing the soul weapon with a soul, or the unique weapon with a soul, will give him an HP bonus and an attack bonus, and give you an extra skill. As you see for Cleo, for instance, using the skill will give you some magic damage to 5 enemies. Uh, that increases death penetration by 25 for 60 seconds, and this effect stacks up to 20 times. The requirement to cast the skill is using 6 skills before, so not that big for Cleo, who can actually spam her skills. Also, while this is not described here, but the soul weapons have a number of charges per battle. Uh, which is like around 5, 6, or 7, I believe, something like that. Depends on some weapons. I'm planning to make a separate video on all the skills and how they work, and especially because you can upgrade them, and that's the next point. So I'm not gonna go too deep into the whole soul weapon thing. You can unleash them here. They give various bonuses. Some are pretty OP, some are a bit meh, and the biggest questionable decision of Vespa here is, or one of the biggest, is that they didn't release all the heroes. So you can see these are all the unique weapons that I could currently unleash if I had the souls for them. That's definitely not the 80 that amount of heroes we have right now. So yeah. So this is unleashing. This is for what you need, a unique weapon and the soul. Next up is the advanced soul weapon, which means that a weapon that you already possess and have unleashed can be advanced to the next stage. As you can see, this will increase its attack bonus and the maximum HP it provides. It will, as far as I know, it will increase the power of this skill, and you will get actually a new skill for it, which it doesn't really describe here. That's strange. Yeah, that's strange. Anyway, the requirement is you need to enhance the soul weapon to +5 first, and you will need 2 more uh, souls to do this. And then there is one more advancement stage, so phase 2, which will give even better stats and add an extra effect to the skill, but also that will need 5, I believe, if I am correct. We'll check that later. Obviously this is gonna take forever because Vespa just made it so that the soul weapons are really hard to get. Yeah, we'll see who gets there in any reasonable amount of time. There are some calculations on Reddit and it does not look good, so of course a lot of people are pissed off again. Next up, Soul Judgment. This is basically as you do the new dungeon that comes with this whole, or dungeons with this whole soul event thing, you will earn these fragments, which, or crystals or whatever. You can just use this if you have 200, which will give you a random bonus, usually a red or an orange ether, which you can use to upgrade your soul weapon, which we will check here. There is also some royal gift, which we will see in a long time. So an ether enhancement, basically when you have a soul weapon, you can use these ethers or ethers to upgrade its level, which will increase the attack and maximum HP it provides. This has the success rates will drop as it gets higher, and you can't use all the ethers that that you have after a certain level. For instance, the blue ones, the most common ones, are only good until level 9. These are till level 14, and then the red one is 16, and these you can use for 20. So past 16 you can only use these, which means getting to level 20 will be pretty hard. I have just done actually I believe I have done this, or just checked and wanted. No, I think I have ranked it up once. But yeah, since I don't know yet if I will use Cain, I haven't really bothered with it. Yeah, so this is what you can do. Ethers you can get from this Soul Judgment, which has a 15% chance or so to give you a random soul, but yeah, and that's pretty low. And ethers you can also get from Eclipse, which I'm gonna also talk about in a moment. Now there is a maybe slightly easier to see interface, which is under Manage Unique Weapon. This is where you can see advancement phases, what you get at phase 1, phase 2. Yeah, this is where it says the available uses. This is 5 times. and you can see that there is a bar here which shows attack and uh, HP, and this is interesting because there is an option here called rearrange stats, which costs 200 rubies and will randomly roll which way this bar goes. So you can get more attack at the cost of less HP, or you can get more HP at the cost of less attack. But of course, this is random, so another uh, way to burn your rubies if you want to do that. You can do the ether enhancement and advancing from this menu. There is an option to transfer the soul weapon. This means if you added it to the wrong unique weapon, or during the time you somehow got a higher level because maybe you were using the new pull, and then you can transfer the soul weapon to that. So that's kind enough from Vespa that we can do that. We can transfer the soul weapon to another unique weapon if so need be. I believe the transfer only costs gold, yeah, 10 million gold, so not a big deal. That's kind of them that we can do that. Now I have mentioned, I haven't talked about the trials yet, so let's get to that. This is something you will get to do from the stories. Basically, every week on Monday, or when the Sunday to Monday reset happens, you will get 2 of these keys, which will be available for the week itself, and you can use 1000 rubies to recharge them once. Also during the event of this new update, you get one at 8 p.m. server time every day, and there is also a 14-day event which will give you some. So for the start you can get a lot of these keys to enter. Now there are 3 dungeons: Earth, Sky and Flow, where you will need to use your characters, which 4 of your characters, I believe, yeah, it was 4, to fight the Guardian. Now when you open a dungeon with this option, unlock dungeon, I'm just gonna do that to show you, you will use one of your keys. Unlocking the trial or this dungeon, we'll use the key, and as it says, you will not be able to enter other dungeons. So you will not, if I open Flow now, I won't be able to do Sky or Earth until I have done this dungeon. So you should choose carefully. There is also, it shows which heroes you can use. In Earth you can use knights and warriors, and in Sky you can use assassins, archers and mechanics, and for Flow you can only use wizards and priests, and they have various mechanics and difficulties, so you have to choose wisely. When you clear them, you can get random fragments for a class specific soul weapon, um, but it's not, so it's class specific. It will be only for priests and wizards, the other way around, wizards and priests. Anyway, gonna unlock this one since I wanna do at least this once this week, but not gonna clear it now. Okay, so I just got the achievement, whatever. So once I have cleared, I get the enter dungeon option. In the info dungeon, you can see the rewards. This brings mystical soul fragments, soulstone fragment wizard, priest, and you can get some random tickets as well. They also should give, that's curious. Okay, so enter the dungeon. Now you can see that you can select the difficulty of which of the stage that you will do. You can do, you get a first clear reward, and of course as you increase the difficulty, the reward, the normal reward goes up. From stage 3 on, as you can see, the random soulstone tickets are added. So if you can do them, I recommend doing at least stage 3, because the rewards are nice and kind of worth it. Below that, you know, there is no random reward, and this is pretty low, so not really worth to do under 3, I believe. But the bosses are pretty hard, to be honest. So you may not be able to do this unless you have really good heroes and you are really good at it. Um, I have only done and really looked into flow so far because I was on holidays, so I haven't really done past 4, and even this took me a while. It does have a certain mechanic, a certain flow to it actually. Once you get used to that, this isn't terribly bad, but you will need actually well-geared heroes to go past 4, and then 5 and 6 are pretty hard. And I think at 6 the boss also gets specific extra skill. Now, you can click boss info, which will explain what skills the boss will use. Um, Kind of have to read through that and understand, but I believe there are guides now on YouTube because there is a contest for that. So yeah, anyway, you get the first clear bonus and the clear bonuses here, and then you can use these soul fragments to try and get a unique soul when you get them judged by Cain. As you can see now, I cannot unlock the other dungeons because I have flow opened. So if you open one and you're struggling, try clearing them on rank 1, but do check if you have the right type of heroes, because otherwise you will not be able to use your keys, and that kind of sucks. So that's one option, and after you get these crystals, you can go to soul judgment, just use them here, and maybe get lucky, you get a soul. I didn't get any so far, so meh. Next up, Eclipse, which is the second extra um, content in the game. This is basically an endless wave kind of battle. You can, if you get further and further in the battle, you will get better rewards. I've got to wave 20 actually, and there you need to defeat a certain boss. I have mostly been running it at auto now, so yeah, but yeah, these are the rewards. Shining Eater, Dazzling Eater, Brilliant Eater from wave 25. I wonder who can do wave 25, but yeah, maybe there will be nice battles for that. Basically, what happens is every day, well, when you start, you will get these 3 filled up. These are basically your keys, these blood cores or darkness cores. Um, as when you log into the game, you will get 13 or 14% on this gauge, and as you spend stamina, I believe it's every 1000 stamina that you get 1%. So you would need to spend 100,000 stamina to fill up this gauge. When it fills up, you get one of these cores, and you can have a maximum of 3 of them. After that, you will not be able to fill the bar either. So um, you should be doing that. If it's 14 entries, then basically filling the bar once a week is fairly easy. You need to spend the minimum amount of stamina. There are also quests and event quests for this, weekly quests and event quests, so it's worth doing that. Thank you for jumping in there. Um, Come on. As you do these waves, um, if you go into battle, there are certain let's just go there about ready for battle. So you need to set up a bunch of teams which will then keep fighting these endless waves. Every time you enter a new stage or a new wave, you will receive a debuff to your healing, and the stages themselves have several different type of buffs or debuffs that they have. You don't really get too much information on it. Anyway, as you fight your way through, your heroes will stop at a point being able to heal, and then after a while they will die. The first 15 or so stages are fairly easy. Boss 15 can be a bit of a surprise. He hits pretty hard and can wipe you out easily. And after that, you get to these stages with wasps and stuff, bugs that are just really mean, and they are pretty hard. And then stage 20, there is a boss that's just not fun to do. Um, don't want to spend too much time talking about Eclipse. Probably the best way to do is to start using your weaker heroes and leave the stronger teams for the final parts. I've actually done that the other way around, but whatever. So yeah, basically you do this um, Eclipse runs for Ether, and then you can use that to sorry, to upgrade your weapon. As you progress, the starting wave will change too. You don't have to always go from wave 1. For me this is wave 8 and I've gotten to 19 with clears. Oh god, sorry about that. I haven't talked that much to a mic in a while. Okay, so yeah, basically this is the soul weapon. I will talk about it a bit in a while, make a separate video. I think that's all about this patch. There are some events running, you can check them out. And basically that's it. My voice is really failing me now, and I think I have talked about everything, so gonna call the video here. Thank you for watching so far, and I'll see you in the next one. Cloudie out.